Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dice Squad. I am Marshall Dice, known as Adam Campbell.
My mic is on. I'm Todd Evangelista, General Dice.
And General, it looks like we're podcasting a little different today.
Yes, we are. We're going to do an experiment. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, then the experiment was somewhat successful. If you're not, then it was a flaming disaster. But what we're doing is we're going to review a role-playing aid, which I kickstarted and I really like. It's called Game Master's Apprentice, and it was designed by Nathan Rockwood. And I have gotten a lot of use out of this. Now, don't think that this is what it actually is. This is my homemade version of it. When it first came out, I was part of the beta test, so I printed it out and I sleeved it so that you could somewhat use it, and then eventually he came out with a very professional 52 cards, double-sided, so that you have 104 cards to help you run a game. And this game that we're going to play is a role-playing game which uses only these cards to do everything. Now I'm going to be the game master
Or dungeon master.
Dungeon master, because we have decided that we're going to have a fantasy setting. Now,
General, it appears we have some other people on our show.
We
should,
people.
Shouldn't we?
All right, we'll start here.
These kind of look like, these kind of look like the cops from last night.
Yes, if you haven't seen our Good Cop, Bad Cop episode, yes, you should see that, and then you will know what we're talking about.
All right, well, who are you guys?
I am Kat Eichard.
I am Kaylee Eichard.
I'm Ryan Hammer. I'm Gerard Ortega.
It's good to know their last names finally.
You know, I was just about to ask
like-
you. I was just about to ask you about
I was like,
that.
I thought his name was Half Dollar. He never told me his real name. All right.
And you guys are fans of Dice Squad, am I correct?
Yes.
All right, so here's the thing. And we're where?
We are at the Groundhog Day Gaming Retreat 2016.
That's right, 2016. And it's Saturday, and it's full in here, but we're going to do some role-playing. There's people role-playing at the Rogue Cthulhu room. So as soon as they're done, we're maybe going to go over there and try to do some role-playing again. But this is to review Game Master's Apprentice by Nathan Rockwood, and it is available at, I think it's Drive-Thru Cards. It might be Drive-Thru RPG, but on the web, I think it's Drive-Thru Cards that it is. And you can pick up this, as well as last year we reviewed Ben Canelos's PAX or PACS. You can pick them both up. In any case, on this card, and we'll put up a little graphic of, not this card, but a good card, good-looking one. It has several parts, and it has what you see, smell, touch, and taste. What's in my pocket, a virtue word, and a vice word, a catalyst, and a location, but also they have a verb, adjective, noun. So on this one it says warn nearby monster. So you can use that or pull multiple cards to create a mission, an adventure part, and we'll go through that eventually. We have earth, air, fire, water, some Norse runes.
Not the band.
Well, is that, I think, did I do it wrong?
Why are you looking at me?
Earth, Wind, and Fire is the band. Earth, Air, Fire, Water is the four elements. And they also have a happy face and a sad face. And the higher the number you get to the sad face, the worse things get. But also, instead of the number being from 1 to 10, I believe it's from 1 to 10, but with a bell curve. So 5 is more, comes up more often. And then the heart of the card is good, even, bad odds. Yes, no, yes exclamation point, no exclamation point. So when you ask a question of the deck, you say, will Adam get in trouble if he goes into that house? I give it good odds. Yes, he will get in trouble. And but if you said, but you could say,
like I could say, will Todd get in trouble going in the house?
I give that bad odds. Yes, I will get in trouble going into that house because it's a bad house. Don't go in that house. It's made of gingerbread. What do you think?
It looked delicious.
Looked delicious. So sometimes, so it's like about a 25% chance, I guess, that you're going to get a bad answer to say, like a bad odds to say yes. And you're going to get good odds. You're going to get a 25%, 75% for them to say yes, and even is 50-50. And then a certain amount of those have exclamation points. So not only is it, oh, you're going to get in trouble, or yes, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. So that's the heart of the card. Now we're going to create characters for a high magic setting. And the way we're going to do this is we're just going to write some things about our characters. We're going to try and have, if you want a format, you can use this format. I am an adjective, noun, who verbs. So I am a clever detective who helps people. I am a brutal fighter who cries a lot. I don't know. You don't want to pick a weakness, but you want to have, and you don't have to have everything. Sometimes as you go through an adventure, you start to develop your character, and you want to add that to what you're doing.
Okay.
So don't get yourself locked in. Then you want to say, I'm good at these 3 things, and my weakness is this. And then if you say you're good at something, well, it'll be good odds that you succeed. If you say you're bad at something, bad odds that you succeed, and maybe, you know, even, or we just call it if we don't have any guidelines. And we go through, and if you take 3 wounds, you're unconscious, and if you take another wound after that, you're dead. Or you can, you know, we don't want to kill the main characters, so they don't die. They just go unconscious for a long time. You have to see a doctor. And so we're going to create, for the first part of this video, we're going to create some characters. All right? Now, Ryan, you told me about a character you had, a character idea you had. Why don't you tell the people?
Okay, so basically I was a robber, a criminal who would rob people's houses, and I went to a wizard's house unknowingly that it was a wizard, and he had a kind of safe room where the walls were lined with eggs, and there was a giant pot in the middle, and somehow I fell into the pot. And I woke up in a forest the next night or whenever, and all I had, well, I'm an egg, now that's important to say. I'm an egg with no face, and all I had with me was a magic Sharpie where I can draw my face on and have my emotions, and I can talk based on what is drawn on my face. That's why I have a die here to where I'm going to roll my die, which has different faces on it, like a winky or an angry face, and it's going to determine how I feel during that situation.
You had a lot of time to think about this.
All right, so now write some of that down so we know. All
right.
All right, now, Kaylee, you have an idea for a character.
He forgot one part. He's very fragile.
Right.
Very fragile.
If I fall over, I break everywhere, and I spill everywhere, and they have to help me back together and patch me up, or I will die.
All right, so that's your weakness.
Right.
I am fragile. So write some of that down so we have a character. All right, now, Kaylee, you have an idea for a character, too.
Yep, I was his partner in crime, so the one difference between me and him is I actually have part of a face. I have 2 giant eyes, but that's it. I don't have anything else.
You just have eyes?
Yeah, just eyes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have eyebrows?
No.
No. Okay.
So that's
Right,
pretty much
do
me.
you talk?
I get the feeling.
Yes.
I get the feeling this was discussed over McDonald's. Am I correct?
No, actually, it was not.
It's been my dream to be an egg boy for a while now.
His
Right.
dream came true.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I totally remember these characters from that classic movie, that Blade Runner. No, that classic fantasy movie, The Hobbit. I don't know. I have no idea where they get these ideas. All right, so we have some ideas from Gerardo here. All right, you take the mic there.
All right, so I am an elemental bender, but my problem is I can only keep one element at a time, and it changes randomly whenever I use it once. So that's why I have a D20 with me, and I've made a list of all my elements. I have 14 elements, one with a choice of my own, but I have 5 duds, so sometimes I will not be able to actually elemental bend when I happen to roll that.
So you're the last elemental bender.
Yes.
All right. Now, okay.
Wait. It wasn't that a cartoon?
Well, I have some elements that are not shown in the cartoon.
All right.
So-
I guess you get a buy then.
Like
All right.
chlorine and aluminum. All right. All right. Well, she has her
Well,
own here.
I'll take this one. Okay, I am going to be a 200-pound frog. His name is Ralph. And his power basically is he has this really long tongue. It can reach about 60 feet, so he can fight from afar. He can wrap his tongue around the assailant. And then if he gets scared, if somebody scares me, he'll puke acid. And that's how he kills the opponents. But his weakness is being a 200-pound frog, he's quite large, so he can't hide. He's not sneaky, he's not stealthy. Everybody can see and hear him coming. And he stinks, so that's another one.
Can I ask what kind of McDonald's were you all eating? 'Cause
Not at McDonald's.
Some guy just gave us a bag and we started eating.
okay, all right.
We hope it
Can
was
I
okay.
ask if your frog knows kung fu?
A little bit because of his long legs. A little bit.
All right, because that sounds like Kung Fu Frog. All right, a member of the Furious Six, because they were the Furious Four, then they were the Furious Five, and then they were the Furious Six.
Moving on.
All right, here we go. Now, so you need some a character, Marshall Dice there.
Why? Let's see. I got an egg. I got a frog.
2
Pair
eggs.
eyes.
You can join the egg clan if you want.
And I got a bender here.
All right, so you can be anything you want. You don't have to be.
I'm a samurai.
All right, you're a samurai. Good.
I hail from Japan.
All right.
I have a troubled past. I carry with me the yin yang sword and a mask. That's all I got to say right now.
I just want to clarify. Is this the yin yang sword?
Yes.
Not the yin yang sword. So it's, I don't know. I don't know what the yin is.
I think that's why I said yin yang sword.
Yes, got it. Because a lot of people are familiar with the concept of yin and yang. Not many people know that there's a more advanced concept called yin yang. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. So now, folks, we're going to talk about some game aids. This is role-playing aid. This is a game called Bananagrams. We probably should have done a review on it a long time ago.
We've talked about it.
We've talked about it enough, but I don't think we've done a review on it. In any case, what is your name? There. Have some letters. Have some letters.
We have
eggs.
names already.
I forgot to mention
Oh.
a part of my egg. The only good part about him, actually, is I can change my shape. I can shrink and enlarge.
Oh, you
Size,
can strengthen
not
and
shape.
Large. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, put down. Well, do you both have names
Egg boy.
already? Egg boy. Okay. Well, write it down.
Okay.
And then, but with Bananagrams, you have tiles with letters already on them, and they are put into they appear in the same the same frequency as the letters appear in English. So you have 144 tiles. It's broken down into, there's a lot of E's, there's a lot of T's, there's a lot of A's. And there's not as many W's or V's or X's. So you can pull a bunch out and have a name. Not only that, if you ever need hero points, you can put these out as hero points. Or if you need a quick characters, then you just have the person take the letter that their name starts with and put that out as characters on a map. You can do, quick and dirty, where is everybody kind of stuff. So that's a little handy tip for you. And we're gonna get our characters in order, and then we're gonna come back.
All right.
And I'm gonna start by using this to create an adventure. Okay?
Okay.
Signing off.
That is from all of us here at Dice Squad. Ending part 1 of our adventure. This is Marshall Dice, known as Adam Campbell, with
me, Todd Evangelista, General Dice, known as Not an Egg Boy.
And we'll be right back.